Welcome back to TCU Talks. We're so happy to have you here with us. Hope you're having an amazing January so far. We have a cool topic to talk about and something that's interesting because over time it has changed and kind of evolved, but there's some core foundations that I think are very specific to 2021 leadership. This is interesting. When my dad grew up in working or in his career, he worked for the trades industry. Leadership then was a very different topic, right? It was a very much a tell kind of leadership role. So we're going to bring you some different concepts, things that you can bring into maybe a leadership role that you have or a business that you are running, and something that's worked for us that I think will work for you as well. There's going to be four main pillars, and the first one is going to be they want to know people that you're working with want to know that you actually care, right? That's a little bit different than what leadership was before, a management type role. This is leadership. They want to know that you actually care. They want to know that you get to know them, right? Know a little bit about their family, their hobbies, right? What their goals are, and then you can relate those things back to how work can help them get that, or the opportunities that are in that.
And I just believe that when you get to know the people in your organization or on your team, it works both ways. By getting to know their family and what their life is like, what they enjoy, what their hobbies are, what their goals are, then you start to build relationships with the people that you work with more than just knowing their name. In doing that, you build that trust and you build that credibility and the value in the culture that you're making, and it feels better. You always hear the joking on movies where it's like, you just hired me, you don't remember my name. And that can't happen in this day and age anymore. And it is about relationships. People want to feel valued. People want to know that they're appreciated for what they do. And they want to feel a part of something. And really getting to know people and what's important to them, not only does it increase productivity, right? But then people can evolve into your business in a role that's a little bit more organic to who they truly are as a person.
Yeah, definitely knowing their name's a big thing. If you don't know your employees' names,
least.
Yeah, that's something that you probably want to figure out. But that leads into a great thing. There's a difference between telling and inspiring, right? And I know a lot of people go, well, it's their job, they need to do it. But it's the way we encourage people to do what they do can make a big difference. That's why a lot of big companies like Apple, right, Tesla, things like that are doing really well, because their culture is there and people understand why their role is important and how it fits into the whole grand scheme of things. The people that support our dream and vision as business owners, or as hitting targets as a manager or a salesperson, those are our foundational people, right? Those are the people that help the machine run, right? You might be the GPS, you might be knowing where we're going, but if the engine does not run smoothly, you're not going to get there, right? So that's a big thing. And then lastly, really having fun in terms of knowing that you care. Are you recognizing them in a fun way? Are you taking them out to dinner sometimes, or bringing lunch in occasionally? Are you doing like fun spin the wheel kind of like recognition times for people who performed well? There's a lot of options there.
Yeah, absolutely. Even just, recognizing people in front of everyone else. Depending on your organization, not everyone has maybe the budget to take people out for dinners or do big giveaways every single month, but doing a shout out of, hey Jason, great work hitting that target this month, great work on the business that you did. It means so much to people, especially in this day and age where, a lot of people's personal lives are challenging as it is. To bring that joy and excitement to work just maintains long-term job satisfaction.
100%. Second pillar that's going to help you being an amazing leader in 2021 is some sort of communication. Okay. Now this is interesting because now that we're in a virtual world, communication might be a little bit different. You might not be seeing the same people every single day, or you might not be able to see them in the office, kind of thing. So clear, consistent, and some sort of creative communication, not just an email or text message, can make a big difference.
I know for us, in our business, we obviously reach out to people in many different ways, and it's picking and choosing which methods work. Nothing beats a phone call conversation. I mean, COVID considering, that is the best method. If you can get together with people in person, that genuine human connection, it doesn't get closer than that. But we've also used creative ways like WhatsApp for group messages, sending things like, you know, little gifts, make text messages a little bit more, you know, fun and exciting. You know, it just brings a little bit more to the conversation.
Yeah, even sending a video, right? Like, think about it. You want to tell somebody, you can do an audio recording or a quick video, and then just that face-to-face can make a big difference, for sure. And I think one thing that's also important, whether you have somebody that's looking over your business, or even from the people who work with you, is seeking some sort of feedback.
Absolutely. You know, I think so often what we've seen is, you know, sometimes leadership will come from a position of, you know, I'm the boss. I tell you what to do or how things are going to be or where the path or vision is going. And sometimes leadership can get very, you know, narrow visioned or tunnel visioned. And when you're a leader, being open to feedback on maybe ways we can do things better, new things that can be implemented, or different creative ways on how the business, the machine can move forward, that's a big part of it. Because in doing so, you're not only being a leader, but you're building leaders up in the process as well.
100%. All right, third pillar. And this is one of my favorite ones because I think it's the most important. But it's taking 100% responsibility for anything that goes on in your business. Mm-hmm. This is one of the hardest things because we always want to project onto other people why things aren't working, or project onto the economy or the government or whatever it may be. It's easy to go external, but as a 2021 leader, it's about being 100% responsible. On that point, by taking 100% responsibility, we take 100% responsibility in all areas of our life, whether that's business, okay, or outside of business, right? Because how you do one thing is how you do everything. Mm-hmm. Along with that, a big thing is are you a do-it-first leader, right? What does that mean? That means you get in there first, right? If you wouldn't expect yourself to do it, how can you expect somebody else to do it? And that's just a core value, right? There's lots of times when I was running my hair salon where people wouldn't do the towels or they wouldn't clean up after themselves, but do you think I left without contributing? Do you think I left because, oh, I'm the boss, I don't need to do those things? No, I made a point of staying longer. I stayed late some nights to just sit there and do towels, and whether they helped me or not didn't matter. It was about doing those little things, right? No bad news rolls downhill, okay? And what I mean by that is, obviously you need to tell your people how the business is running, right? You don't want to hide anything from them. But if you're having a bad day or you had a bad conversation with somebody, go reach out to either somebody that's above you or outside of your business, like a mentor or business coach or something like that, where you can get advice first on how to handle that situation, right? Maybe an employee keeps showing up late all the time, right? You don't go and talk bad about them to everybody else and make them the black sheep, right? You want to go to somebody else and say, hey, this is what's happening. How do you think I should handle it? And that way you're coming back with a better plan of action.
Absolutely. Everything that goes, downwards to your team should be positive, uplifting, optimistic, and excited. You know, our mentorship, it's awesome. every time you say, hey, how's it going? Awesome. And it's just a lot more inspiring. If your leadership is saying, oh, our numbers are really, really bad. Oh, someone didn't show up on time. I'm having a bad day. My car broke down. It's been a rough month. Nobody wants to hear that. Though it is important as leadership that we seek mentorship and coaching. And like you said, going up to your mentorship, up to your leadership to seek advice or even just to vent up. That's where it should happen, because the people below you need to see you as strong so that they maintain that strength as well.
Yeah, everybody has a coach. Think about it. Do you have a coach for your health? Yeah, it's a doctor, right? Do you have a coach for your finances? Yes, it's your financial advisor, right? So as a business person, we need to have a business coach, right? Somebody that can look from the outside in. And you might not be an expert in every area of your business, so that's where that can be beneficial. All right, last step, number 4, is find your holes and then fill them. So what does that mean? If you have holes in your boat, you're going to sink. So how do you find them and fill them? Well, it starts from the top down, right? Do you have leadership positions in your business? Are those people strong and clear on what is going on in your business, okay? You want to make sure the right people are in the right places. What areas are maybe you falling behind in, right? So it's a lot of like doing an audit on your own business a lot of the times. So we track certain metrics, core pieces of our business, and Linda's really good at that part, but it's just gaining clarity. I think that's the biggest thing, is sometimes when we run a business, and especially if you're like me, where I'm the vision, not the organization, I can kind of create a tornado and then leave a lot of stuff falling, and not see what's not working. So having either somebody like your spouse, and that's what a great thing about working with your family is you can have dedicated people who are stronger in other areas than yourself.
Yeah, it's definitely based on the idea of using the strengths in the community around you. It's, in our business, sitting down and helping families is the fundamental of it. And you almost have to, work from the top or work backwards. If someone is not sitting down and helping enough families, then you need to figure out, well, why not? And then addressing that area on how you can make improvements and how you can work together to fill that hole to make sure that everything runs smoothly. And it takes conversation. I think when you're sitting down with the right people in those roles, having that open conversation of where the holes are and how to work together to fix them brings a quicker resolution to a problem than if someone is not, quick to realize those holes or to point them out.
And sometimes it's an easy fix, right? Is it more training? Do they not know how to do the job they're supposed to do? Obviously, you're going to hire to that position, but maybe it's new for them. Maybe they aren't clear on how the system runs. So that's something you got to be conscious of. So, in summary, the 4 different areas. Number 1, know that you care, right? As a leader, you need to make sure that you show them that you value them for being part of your vision. Number 2 is some sort of communication. More importantly now than ever is we've got to be able to connect with our people in a multiple different ways and get creative with it. Have fun. However works for you, make sure you're using that, but be diverse, okay? Number 3 is taking 100% responsibility as the leader. Things fall on us for a reason, right? We got to have a clear, concise mission and vision, and then making sure that anything that goes wrong, we're there to kind of pick it up, okay? Or you have people in the positions to do that. And then lastly is find the holes and fill them before your boat sinks, okay? Hope that was some value today. I hope you guys gained a couple of tips that you can take and go on with these things. This is business, family, faith, in all different areas, and these things apply. You just got to find the areas that they fit. As a summary and reminder, always TCU Foundation. Underneath there's a link. You can nominate somebody for $100 this month in January. Tell us why they deserve it, right? Why they deserve that $100. It's somebody that supported you, maybe somebody that's giving back, maybe that's somebody struggling and they could use that $100. It's a great way to recognize them. So nominate them down below. As always, if you like what you hear, hit us a like. If you have something to say, comment it down below. Obviously, share it with anybody you think could value from this 2021 leadership. We'd love to hear your feedback. So thanks for, as always, joining us on TCU Talks, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah.